Okay, come in. Really excited about this. I don't know how I've done it, but I've done it. I've built this telemetry for the rocket system, and so this is what it looks like when you just switch it on. It's not talking to the launch tower yet, because this is the signal strength. But as soon as I open the oxygen valve to fill this oxygen tank, it will switch itself on. So we've got an oxygen tank here. We've got in the corner, this is dedicated to if we have a problem, a failure to launch. It's the emergency oxygen dump. The servo, when the code first switches on, it measures the servo battery voltage. So I know I've got enough oomph to turn and open the valve. And this dump button here, once we send the signal, this actually tells us that the signal has been received at the servo system, so we know that it should work. But that's in case we get a failure to launch, the ability to get the oxygen out of the tanks before we approach it. And this one at the bottom here that's flashing, this is the transmitter voltage, because if the transmitter voltage gets below 9 volts, I'm not happy, we can get glitches happening in the code. So that's important. And then there'll be lots of other things that occur around here. Let's just go and switch it on and go through the sequence. So what I'm doing first, I'm going to simulate, I'm simulating all this because we were going to do it outside. I'll set the launch tower up, but storm's coming over, and so we've come inside and I'm just rigged some switches up, but these are all done remotely out there, so it's all good. And this aerial can talk to that aerial, and I've done it here at 120 meters, no problem whatsoever. It's really good. And these are 915 megahertz, the scientific one, which is faster than LoRa, 915 LoRa, and it's really helpful for live streaming sensor data, so really good.
You're just going to describe what you've got here.
This is the setup. I've got 2 Arduinos in here. The bottom Arduino has an SD card that we timestamp and records the PSI and the thrust. That's a little transmitter there from Adafruit, and that is Uno 2, which is dealing with the transmission. And then I've got some sensors in there, and I've also got some sensors running off Uno 1. This is a latching mechanism, so as soon as I switch on the oxygen valve to fill the tanks, it switches this system on and then latches it on. So when I switch the oxygen tanks valve off, it still runs. So if you look over there now, I'm going to switch the oxygen tank on, and we're going to start filling. Oxygen tank on, and we are filling up the oxygen tank. Cool, so that's the oxygen tank full. Now I switch the oxygen valve off, but the system still remains latched on. Next thing to do is to disconnect. So if you look in the bottom right there, you'll see that the autofill system has been triggered to disconnect. Top right, I mean, sorry. So that has now disconnected, but we have to rotate it to get it out of the way of the fins. So another signal is sent, and that's then rotated. And so we're ready to launch. The thing at the bottom here, which I've not triggered yet, it says rocket disconnected, and that means that, well, actually you've not connected it, you need to connect it. So a confirmation that we've actually connected the rocket, otherwise no signals will go to it. We're ready now to launch, and so we send the launch signal, and that is timed to run with the actual events on the smart throttle. And then boom, she starts firing up, and we start registering the load. Like that, the load is registered, and the oxygen will start disappearing as the thrust is eating it up. Then when that's all gone, we'll be able to see instantly what thrust is being generated, what it peaked at, and everything. And this, I'll trigger the emergency oxygen jump. So let's say it failed to launch. We've ended up with tanks that are full of oxygen that we daren't approach. We have to get rid of it. We send a signal, like so, and that tells me that the signal has been received at the valves for dumping. So, and it tells me what voltage is there, and it's an ability to know what's going on. So that's all really good. Yeah, it's fun.
What's this bit for?
Well, that's just showing the fact that when we fill the oxygen tanks, we have to connect with a unit. So what it is, it's the I'll show you it working again. So that's as we've connected it like that.
Oh, okay.
And the oxygen will be going in like that,
I didn't know.
and that's a representation. So what that is it's an aerial view of our rocket.
Yeah, I didn't realise. I just thought, why are they so close together?
No, that's an aerial view. So we send a signal once we've shut off the oxygen valve and dumped the oxygen that's in the line. We send a signal to disconnect, and once it's been disconnected, we get this return signal telling us that it's disconnected, because we can't see, we're 100 metres away. And then we send a signal for it to rotate, and then when it's rotated we get a signal back to say that it's rotated. And then we would be in a position where we're full of gas. If you look at the thing, we will be it would be full.
No, we dumped it, so it's filling up now.
Yeah. Well, I'm just showing you again. So that's how it would be.
Right.
And it would be ready for launch. Yeah. And then we send the launch signal. And what this also does, this tells us here that the launch signal was received. You know, it's actually reading the fact that, yeah, you've sent a signal, and the signals are sent with these, but that's telling us that it's been received, it's going to be acted upon,
Right.
and this is the timing, and the timing corresponds to the smart throttle. But the other good thing is, so that's information coming from here, 120 metres to there, and being displayed. But also, what we can do, because these are transceivers, what we can do is, you see the light flashing on the top? That's because that latched on when we opened the oxygen valve. And if we want to switch it off, we've got to travel 120 metres, climb up the tower, and press that manual button. Or we use this reset relay, and we go here and reset it. That's it. And you see how it's all frozen now? and we've switched off that LED,
Oh, right.
and so it's two-way information travelling. It's awesome. There's 4 codes. There's 3 Arduino Unos, and there's 3 Arduino codes and 1. I mean, look at the length of this code here. I'll scroll down it. I'll scroll up it. Where are we? Just look how long this code is.
Yeah, that's going to make me do something. That's a big code. And we don't even know what it's called. It's rocket telemetry stuff.
Yeah. The thing is, though, because I've managed it, now I'm feeling confident about building my own rocket telemetry in the actual rocket. So as it's going up, it will be able to relay back to me how fast it's going, what altitude it's at, what's the temperature of this, what's the pressure left in that, and where it is.
Will it have to have an aerial like that fitted to it?
No. I've never done anything like it. It's took me ages. But it's just fantastic.
And who's your new best friend?
My new best friend is Code Pilot, which is an agent of ChatGPT. Yeah, my new best friend.